Forever. Dog.
So you know your diagnosis already?
Well, I still don't, it doesn't sound right. Apparently I have severe anxiety.
Yeah, it sounds like it, dude.
See, and I don't think
I
that.
wake up, and from the second I wake up
I have constant
to the second I go to
dread.
bed, I just know something bad's
Something
about to happen.
horrible is going to happen to me.
And I don't understand. I'm not on my phone in the morning.
I didn't check my phone this morning, and yet somehow I feel that I'm going to get hit by a bus.
You know, it's just crazy. And to some, that's severe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Chosen Family Podcast.
So good.
Top
so
of the
good.
episode this time. Every week we sit down around the family dinner table and we talk about gay stuff because we're the gay family that you never had.
Yeah.
My name's Alayna Joy, and I am your mom.
I'm Ashley Gavin, and I'm your dad.
I'm Mac INGEMI. I'm your hot teenage brother.
Sassy baby. Mac
Super
is baby.
Sassy
brother.
baby.
Mac is
No,
sassy.
do not.
Sassy baby.
Guys,
What?
I'm
What's wrong?
not the same as I was before.
Because of therapy?
Maybe. Okay. Oh my God, I had not made that connection.
I actually want to hear about we talked a while ago
Usually
about you
therapy
starting
doesn't
therapy.
take 2 weeks to work, but sure, yeah. What maybe
You have revolutionary
I tried to
moments.
make a thirst trap.
maybe you're the czar.
Okay.
Emphasis on the word tried.
An actual thirst trap?
You tried?
Shirt off.
Shirt off.
Shirt off. That's all I have to say. Thirst trap. Full on.
I love that this is shocking to Ashley, like showing that she does not. I frequent your TikTok, so when you say thirst trap, I already know it's shirt off.
You do what you do. Gotta get those views.
Yeah,
But not anymore,
So
apparently.
you tried? Okay.
I will say, Mac, the algorithm is hell right now. It's
Yeah, it
so
is.
bad.
I feel like we have this conversation every time. Yeah.
Because it's been hell for months.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, fully tried to make a thirst trap. If you guys follow me on TikTok, you know this is a huge deal. I watched it back, and I was like, I can't post this.
Because
I was like, this isn't me.
what if my therapist sees this? What will they think?
So what if
No,
my dad sees
Lisa
it?
would be fine with it. She would be like,
Lisa, what did you
Good job.
find with it?
Lisa? My therapist is named Leslie.
Alayna?
Devora.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Ooh.
Clearly it was supposed to be start with an L.
Lucille.
Lucy.
The point
Lucy.
of this is that I am not the same person that I was a year ago.
So what do you think is what changed? What feels different?
I just rewatched it back and I was like, I'll send this to my girlfriend, but I can't post it. Like, I just was so like, how the fuck could I post this? How could I genuinely post?
But isn't
this
that
video
how
of
you've
me with
been
my shirt
feeling? What's the newness of it? Because I feel like you have been not liking the thirst traps.
The newness is that I couldn't post it. Like, normally I would just be like, I'll make it, I'll do whatever, take my shirt off, post it, and then just like hate my life a little bit, but be like, oh yay,
But you
like
still
I got
posted it,
views,
the
like
views
it did
that- yeah.
good. But now I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I cannot. It was good too. I'm sorry, I'll say it.
Will you
it
send
was
it to
a
me?
thirst trap.
I want to see it.
can't.
Oh,
I can't
can we
do that.
watch it?
Yeah, we would like to watch
I'll
it.
show
We
you
would
guys.
like to see it.
Oh no. I'll show you like a flash.
You know what? I
No
bet
pun intended.
You know, maybe it's a combo of therapy, but there's a part of me that wants to. There's like a part of me that wants to say like maybe it's this podcast a little bit.
It definitely is, because you guys have shown me that my value is much deeper than that.
Like exactly. Oh, there it was. Oh, there she is again. Oh, now she's got a shirt on.
It was
Wait.
like a back and forth. Like, oh, I can't. Okay. I was like, this feels like something that I would share with my girlfriend and no one else.
And that's okay.
And I did.
You know what I like? You honored that feeling. You honored that feeling and you didn't post it.
Did. Oh my God, that feels so good, actually. This is hilarious because this is like supposed to be funny, but it's actually like
Actually, like
Kinda deeper than
meaningful.
that.
Wait, can you tell us about how therapy's been going? Because like you started not that long ago.
Yeah.
How
It's
are you
been-
finding it?
I definitely hopped in at a very good time because I needed it these past couple weeks. And like, it's been really intense, and I've been like journaling a ton, but I feel like I'm starting to do so much self-reflection, and like I'm becoming even more self-aware, and like,
Sorry, my computer stopped again. I'm sorry to do this
is it okay?
in your nice moment. I'll come right
Just
back.
take a moment. Just hop right back in. Yeah. Hey, son.
hi, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I don't have a lot of words like your mom.
I know.
But, because if I said those words, I'd be gay for my son. And that's both gay and ethically wrong. But being gay is actually ethically wrong, too. Son, I'm proud of you, but I can't tell you that.
Okay, right back.
You just
I can't.
Mac, what would you say to somebody who... Oh, no, what did I miss? I'm gone for 2 seconds.
Nothing.
What would you say to someone who has never done therapy before and is like looking to start? What?
I would definitely say betterhelp.com/chosenfamily.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard because this wasn't like my first time in therapy, but
like when you're saying it's kind of intense, like what does that mean?
So intense for me is kind of checking myself in my biases and like checking myself in really heavy emotions that I'm feeling, and like taking the time, because it takes me a long time, but to like break those down and be like, where is that coming from? And like, I joke about my dad a lot, but a lot of the time it comes back to stuff with my family, and I'm like, okay, this is
A lot of the
serious.
time. A lot of the
Waiting,
time.
I was like, Ashley's gonna.
It's
jump
your
on
mom or
that.
your dad.
It's your mom or your dad.
Period.
Yeah.
99% of the time.
But
Unless you have some like an outside horrible traumatic event, it's
Yeah.
probably your mom or your dad.
just luckily not me in this case, but just intense in that way, and intense in the way of like, there are a lot of stresses in my life that I'm just unable to get rid of, and like things that I'm unable to solve. And like a lot of stuff for me right now is just dead ends. And so like the biggest thing for me is learning how to try and cope with things that I'm feeling that I haven't been able to cope with in the past. And guys, I don't know if this has a correlation. Me and my girlfriend had phone sex the other weekend, and I finished.
That's definitely related.
Which I haven't done in
Big
like a
changes.
year and a half. Or no,
Did
a
you
year.
come? You
Yeah,
came.
she just said.
Did you
She
cry
finished.
after?
I cried during and after.
Well, that's okay.
No, it's good. That's
that doesn't
okay.
invalidate the
Yeah,
experience.
but nice.
Yeah.
I was laughing, not crying, listener.
Not posting thirst traps.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
banging over the phone, tears and all.
Yep.
Max
That's probably,
living her best
um,
life.
Yeah, that's probably really not just nice for you, but for your relationship.
Yeah,
I feel like you're growing up right in front
I
of
feel
us.
like I am
Oh man, our
too.
kid's
front of my
coming
eyes.
again.
I was telling.
We were so worried about you not coming, and now you've come
Thank
again.
God. The therapy worked.
It was the second coming.
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Stop, both of you.
I said this to Alayna earlier, but like as far as my relationship, I genuinely feel like I just genuinely have never felt ever so good about our relationship. Like not even when we were honeymoon phasing.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
good.
feel this confident about it. And where I am with my girlfriend and just everything. And she's in therapy too now, and we're just really like
awesome.
That's
preparing
great.
for the move and everything that
Yeah.
comes with that, because we know it's going to be intense. But I think we have a really strong foundation, and I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be great.
Oh my god.
So anyway, you know,
God,
whatever. And then we'll
I
come
love
visit
this
Alayna
version
in
of
Vancouver,
Mac.
and like don't tell your sister I'm there or anything, obviously, because I have a girlfriend. But you know,
But like, tell her if you like want to. But like, tell her I'm off
like
the
if she
market.
wanted to,
like,
she can. It's
you
okay.
can tell her, but like, she can't have me.
Yeah, like it's fine.
She can have me.
We're not doing this again.
Sorry, my bad. Welcome to the. Oh, we did the intro.
Yeah, you're late. Now it's time for you guys to give updates. Are you guys coming?
I definitely had a SADS period that affected my sex life shortly. But I've had sex twice this week, so
Hell yeah.
Okay, we
pretty
don't need
solid.
to talk numbers.
2.
I don't want to know that.
The second for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have been going through a little bit of a tough time. It's very hard to... It's not a super relatable problem I've found to talk about with people.
Okay.
But yeah, I just, with the special, I was like success or meeting my goals or not meeting my goals, which it did not. I was like, I'm going to have to pull back for my work-life balance regardless. So I'm not touring in July, and I'm only doing one tour date in August and taking the summer to...
Oh my God, that's really great.
Finally, Ashley.
Thank
like, you need to
fucking
just
God,
breathe.
dude.
Jesus Christ.
Can you fucking relax?
Can you chill
Seriously.
out?
Well,
what the
we're
fuck?
gonna
Take a
see-
breath.
Now, I don't tour, and that means, you know, my staff is still staffing, so we're going to see how this affects my bottom line. Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast. And we'll see. And I was talking to my manager today, and I was just like, what I was so disappointed in is that even when my shorts were going viral, even with the link to the special in the short, people weren't clicking on it. And it made me really sad that so many of my audience who wants to come see me live are not interested in the art that I made for them for free.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was more so than the special not really going viral. And I know everyone's going to be like, it is viral. But like, I know these stand-up numbers. Like, please just don't invalidate my feelings, okay? No, I know. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the comments.
I see.
But like that more than anything, I was like, you guys don't see me as a stand-up comedian because you don't watch stand-up comedy because I'm the first stand-up that you're ever going to see. And that is incredible in its own right that I've like made you a stand-up fan. But holy shit, to make a really high quality special and put it out for free and to have my fans see it and then just not even watch it, heartbreaking. Like fully heartbreaking. Because that's the shit that I like. That's my art. Like that is my... I care more about that.
This is where the meaning is for you.
This is the biggest source of meaning. And I know that it was really fucking good because the people who are connoisseurs of stand-up are reaching out to me being like, this is one of the best specials I've ever seen. And that was like I got some really nice compliments from really amazing comedians who I didn't even know who reached out just to tell me that. If you're listening and you haven't watched my special, you piece of shit. Okay. The point is, I was like, I think I've tapped out, kind of like what Mac said in honoring my feelings. I was like, I think I've tapped out artistically with what I'm able to create on the internet. I think the internet is a sales machine for my ticket sales. And I don't know how to make art that I'm proud of that my people will watch on the internet. And so I spoke to my manager and I was like, I know this is a bigger risk because the industry has never, ever supported me. And it's been all internet that's moved my career. But I can't do this again. I can't make another super high quality piece of work again and put it on the internet for a large majority of my fans to ignore.
Yeah.
So like I have probably 2 million fans across the internet and not, a little over maybe 20% watched. I don't know. But like it hurt too much. And now I'm going to take the summer to work on something artistically fulfilling.
Yep.
And, I'm going to try my best to not worry about the money. And, yeah,
it's hard. That's,
it's like the most like grown up, like, I don't know. Daddy has to tour. Daddy has to tour or the whole thing falls apart. But daddy's falling apart from the touring. So it's like, yeah.
I think you're going to thank yourself for doing this in the future.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
See, and when you started speaking, you were like, this is the least relatable thing. Ha ha ha. I like am mirroring, not with the special and the art and that piece of it, but like I'm mirroring and relating to what you're saying in the way that like my going back to school is like that's like my art, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like taking the time to figure out what your next creation is. For me, the move that I'm making for me is going back to school, and I'm sitting with that exact same uncertainty where I'm like, I've had to hire more people in order to create the time that I need to go back to school, but that is having a financial impact, which is scary.
Patreon.com/chosen family podcast.
And on top of all of that, I'm finding that I think it's a combination of like this little, I don't know if we're in a recession, not technically, but you know, there's been financial instability generally for the past couple of years, and I think that's coming to a head and starting to show up in brand deals and things. That combined with the fact that I have been more and more openly talking about queerness and queer sex, less and less brands are willing to work with me because I partner with adult toy companies, because I talk about sex, because I talk about queer relationships and things. So that's also having a financial impact.
Totally.
Patreon.com/chosen family podcast. Yeah. And like those things happening at the same time as me deciding to go back to school, which is another financial, impact that's expensive.
Yeah. You're moved in with your partner though, right?
Yeah, we're actually
that's got to be helpful.
Yes. We're moving this. Oh my God, this month there's a lot. I start school when you're listening to this. I will have like just started, but when we're recording it, I start.
Oh yeah, you start
in like a week and a half.
How are you feeling?
I feel really excited for school. We're also moving like a week after that.
So smart that you're doing this all at the same time.
Yeah. So
are you getting help like from a company?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think while it might feel like an unrelatable problem, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think lots of people are in like.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's finding that, it's figuring out the balance between like making choices. We're all kind of saying the same thing. Mac, even you with your thirst traps.
Yeah.
It's like
it's the theme of like honoring your feelings in sacrifice of like potential financial or, like career or whatever advancements or sustainment.
I'm just praying that the past 3 years where I have just totally sunk my whole body into building up this machine pays off and allows me to do what I really want to do. And it doesn't feel like it's allowing me to yet, but I'm just gonna fucking go for it because you can't, something that I learned that I wish I tell other people all the time, but I like forget to tell myself is that when you are a beginner, you just do stupid shit. You just like make bad choices and you just throw yourself into the thing that you're doing and you're not good at it. And then you get good at it. And then later in life, you're like way less likely to like take that big leap because you have so much more to lose.
Yeah.
And
so you already know what it feels like to be good at something. So it's like
that's hard.
To walk backward.
Yeah.
So I just have to go for it. I just have to do it.
Absolutely. And like through all of this, everything that we're saying, I feel like for each of us in our own way, this podcast is like a through line. It's like a life vest, because whatever is happening.
This is my anchor.
Yes.
Like no matter what's going on, no matter if I post a video I hate,
sea we feel.
How many thirst traps, how many times I take off my shirt that week. I always know my chosen family is my anchor. Someone want to say something?
I was going to say something.
No, I just had like a thought that was not it. I just had
What was your thought?
Went serious for a second. I all of a sudden was just thinking about like queer content creators and how I see so many of us partnering with like adult toy brands and stuff and how I think that's wonderful. But I just kind of made a half hazy connection in my mind here where I'm like, Is
I know what
this
you're gonna say.
kind of a similar thing to where queer people, like, our orientation is continuously sexualized?
Yes, it is. One of the reasons that universally that's one of the only brands that we can work with, it's because people see us not as an identity,
Full
but it is
human
sexualization. Beings. Yes. So our brand is inherently sexual. So we have to work with sex toys, and then we work with sex toys, and then people won't work with us because we're sexualized.
Yes.
We work with sex toys. It's also like brands like Tushy. Like I work with Tushy on my, I don't know if we've done it for this pod, but I've worked with them on my other pod. Shan't be named. We're having gay sex. But like a brand like Tushy, that's like kind of like a sex toy. You know what I mean? Like it has a sexual connotation, even though just cleaning your butt.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't that a bidet?
Yeah, but for certain groups of people that might be helpful for their sex lives.
Yes, right.
So yes, you're correct, and it is
I just kind of
infuriating.
made that connection for the first time just right here, and I'm like, now I'm a little bit irritated because not only are the brand deals slowing down, and like they are quoting me saying, you know, you work with these adult toy companies. It's not like I'm making this up. Like they're telling me this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like
It's
that
kind
in
of
itself is irritating.
It's a circular thing because it's like, well, I work with the toy companies because you won't work with me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and there's like
Yeah.
the added layer of, the sexualization of my queerness when it's like, because I make videos for lesbians, because I make videos like that somehow I then can't be a lifestyle creator, or I can't be whatever other thing, fitness even, you know? Climbing is a bigger part of my brand, especially on Instagram, than like on Instagram, climbing is basically my entire brand. And yet I can't get a fitness company to work with me.
It's interesting because arguably the one brand that we should all be working with is a moving company. And I'm very lucky to work with a moving company, but only because they're a listener of my podcast.
What moving company are you working with?
Cool Hand Movers. Free promo. I love them. I fucking love Cool Hand Movers. New York City movers. They are the best. They move me.
For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers.
See, and I loved taking French in high school, and I've loved taking French on Babbel. It feels like not only brushing up on my French, but like the stuff that I learned 10 years ago, it's all coming back to me. Thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language.
Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. And since I am going on a vacay with Maine, I'm picking up a little bit of light Italian just to make sure that I don't get murdered in the street.
Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go.
You learn how to have practical conversations about travel, relationships, business, and more.
Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts, and their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective.
With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent.
Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/chosenfamily.
That's babbel.com/chosenfamily for up to 55% off your subscription.
Babbel, language for life.
Guys, can I change the topic very briefly?
Please, no, change it.
What do you think of my new sweatsuit?
Oh,
I think it's very cool. Love a
I love
matching
it.
sweatsuit.
Oh my God, I love this. I
Love
love
a
it.
matching
I love
sweatsuit.
it.
We love
I got
it.
a matching sweatsuit last year at VidCon, like one of the booth places that you go and like had it, and I love that thing.
When do I get invited to VidCon?
Oh, never. Now they just
If I'm
invite-
being honest,
I just want to be invited.
It's not what
the
it
best
used
part
to
was
be.
that I met Hank Green, but when
Yeah.
the year that I went was like the year of, and he got
I want
sick.
him on the
He got
podcast.
sick, and I have his phone number.
He's great.
He got sick, and so I like brought him a like get well bag to his hotel room, and like he's so fucking nice.
He's so nice.
he
You're
calls
so
me
fucking
Michaela,
nice. Did you
and
hear the
it's-
sentence you just said?
Ashley, it is an honor for someone to allow me to do a favor for them. It's like it's not you think it's selfless, but it like makes me feel good. Like it's a selfish thing.
It's
Like
not
for
selfish.
For you to let me do something
that's-
for
okay,
you would
that's
be
not-
like an honor to me.
Mac, that's like a secret to happiness. Like that's not just like a you like.
That's
oh,
true. Kindness
that's like
is,
everybody who is listening right now. Take that in as like a deep truth. That
It
like
is a deep
doing
truth.
kindness, doing good for other people, doing acts of kindness is truly one of the best ways to like brighten your own
Oh my
mood
God,
or day.
it feels so good. Like nothing feels better than that. It's
When I was doing the happiness course that I talk about a lot, that was one of my 8. I do these 8 activities every day to maintain my mental health, and kindness, an act of kindness, is one of them.
Absolutely
Really helps. But like you, for me, it's even more transactional. I just check it off my box, and then I'm happier.
It's true. It's true.
Alayna,
Yeah.
is that Boogs?
Yeah. She's. Can you guys see her in the
Fulton was over here before sleeping on my arm as I edited TikToks.
Yeah.
after I move, I can get a pet.
Ooh, you gonna get a cat, a dog? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I need like alone time with my girlfriend where I'm like not worried about us being separated for a little while.
Yeah, maybe
and then
settle
after
in.
that's secure, then we'll be like, oh, probably
Yeah.
cat because I want a yard for a dog.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
cats. I love dogs too.
Yeah, I love them.
Alayna, do you have an update?
I might be going on meds.
That's a big update.
Oh, that's a big. That's like a
The
whole
way you
rest
said
of the
that
podcast
was-
conversation update.
The way you said that was a small update, but that was actually quite a big update.
Yeah, and I don't really want to talk about it. I just wanted to say that because I think it's important to normalize, and I feel very afraid.
It is
Wow,
scary.
that's-
It is scary.
Huge, yeah.
But my anxiety has been kind of
You can always
brutal.
change things as you go through it.
That's exactly, and that's what
Alayna,
everyone
are you
keeps
getting
saying
on
to
your
me.
phone again in the mornings or like? What's the issue?
Shit.
You know
Wait,
what?
what? The phone thing didn't fix it? That's so
I'm
crazy
still
that the
not
phone
going-
thing
Have you
didn't
tried
fix
just
it.
relaxing? Like, do you have a bathtub? I don't.
No, but you know what? This is the thing that's like kind of making me turn this corner is like I am literally doing all of the things that
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
Like, and I talk about this with my therapist. She's like, do you try this? Have you tried this? Do you do this? And I'm like, I am living the like objectively healthiest lifestyle that I have ever lived in my entire life.
Yeah.
And the anxiety is constant. Like it's constant.
When you say anxiety, like, is there a specific way that it manifests for you, or is that also too personal?
No, it's like it's this feeling. It starts with the feeling. It's from the moment I wake up, as soon as I'm not busy, if I'm not like occupied with something, it's to the moment I go to sleep. There's this feeling that something bad is about to happen, and like, or I have done something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I'm forgetting something. Like there's this feeling of dread, like something's about to go wrong, and I just like can't calm down, and I feel like I'm gonna cry all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I cry all the time.
But yeah. Anyway, so I talked about it with my doctor. This was the other thing that I was like, oh. So she had me fill out, I think I talked about this last week. She had me like do a bunch of tests. And one of them was about anxiety, and I was like filling it out, whatever. And then because I can't help myself, afterward I Googled all the tests and I looked up the scoring because I wanted to know my scores.
That's the kind of thing that you have your partner do for you.
No, I just looked up how to score my own tests.
But did you know what your scores were?
Yeah, so like you could see they're filled out measures, and I filled them out and then looked up the scores before I like submitted it all because I have a problem.
So you know your diagnosis already?
Well, so like now this even feels funny, not funny, but this even feels strange saying it out loud because I still don't. It doesn't sound right. But like, so I went through the anxiety one or whatever. Apparently, I have severe anxiety, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like it, dude.
see, and I don't think
I
that.
wake up,
like,
and from the second I wake up
I have constant
to the second I go to
dread.
bed, I just know something bad's
Something
about to happen.
horrible is going to happen to me.
And I don't understand. I'm not on my phone in the
I
morning.
didn't check my phone this morning, and
don't-
yet
I
somehow I
exercise.
feel that I'm going to get hit by a bus.
You know, it's just crazy. And to some, that's severe. Alayna.
You're just used to it, dude. That's the thing about these things is you don't really know how depressed you are because you've never not been depressed.
Your baseline is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what my girlfriend says, is she's like, just because you function at a very high level while experiencing this level of anxiety doesn't mean you have to. Just because you're used to something doesn't mean that you have to live with that for the rest of your life. Yeah. So,
and also just because you function really well with it, whether it's like anxiety, depression, whatever it is, it doesn't mean that it's not really bad. Like you can be functioning really well. And I know people that function really well, but like they are not doing well at all. They just appear to be.
One of the like tricks that my mind is doing, that which I know is part of the anxiety, but it's still, I still believe it to an extent, is like part of the feeling that like something bad is about to happen. Part of that is my head saying, well, if I do try medication and it works, right, and the anxiety goes away,
then the bad
my
thing will
anxiety
happen.
is telling me everything's going to fall apart. All the bad things that I am like hyper vigilant against, well, then it's all going to happen.
Like you believe that your hypervigilance is protecting you from those things happening.
And I know that's not true, but I can't, I believe it's like in there.
People usually, there's a great comedy special called The Great Depression by Gary Gulman, who has some of the most severe depression you can have. He was treated with ketamine and electroshock therapy. I mean, this dude is just like, not to knock people with medium, small depression, but like, this dude's depressed. This dude's depressed. And one of the reasons I kind of joke about this is because what you're doing to manage the exercise, the meditation, the mindfulness,
Not going on my phone in the morning.
Therapy, not being on your phone in the morning. I actually think that it's a good idea that you tried to manage by just doing that before you went to a medication, because medications do have side effects that you have to manage, and they don't work for everybody, and they have, they can affect your sex life, for example. Like there's lots of reasons.
That's what made me think of it, is we're going around talking about your sex life being impacted, and I was like, no,
because I had the SADs. Right, your sex life can also be affected because you're not on medication because you're sad all the time. That being said, I'm very strongly like, are you in therapy and are you doing the smaller things, because that can be a much less invasive intervention and works for most people. But Gary Gulman's special is so great because he talks about how the dude like was in mental institutions because he was so depressed because he was gonna end his life, take his life. And he talked about how he was so worried, and he interviewed other comedians who were on antidepressants, so worried that he was not gonna be funny anymore. And he's like, why did I think I wasn't getting out of bed? I wasn't writing jokes. Why did I think I was gonna lose my funny? He was not functioning. The man was literally like in a place seeking help, but he can't do stand-up comedy in there. So it's just to your anxiety's point.
Yeah, there's like this fear of like, well, this is a part of who I am.
Yeah.
So if that goes away, then it's like, what's left? Who am I?
Yeah.
Alayna, I'm going to use your own words against you because in a previous episode you talked about like with your flight medication, like trying to be a hero and trying to just like suck it up and like go on the and like think about when you started taking that.
About. I actually don't.
Oh yeah, you don't remember that?
I have no idea.
Danny, roll the clip. But like this feels like another situation like that where your personality is not the things that you struggle with. Like it's not the things that you're suffering from. Damn, that was. Can we take a second? That
was huge.
I didn't even mean to do that right there. But seriously, like it feels like a similar situation.
That is massive. That was massive what you just said. Yeah, for me, it's taking days off and investing
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
My fear that those things are going to make me worse when actually they will make me better.
Oh,
Yeah.
the investing money one is
Oh, man.
such a good one.
So
to
you
bring
said,
up.
so wait, Ashley, you're taking, was it June or July off of touring?
I'm taking
July
July and most of August. I'm doing
July,
one tour
August.
date.
And
Yeah.
Mac, you move
I move in July.
in July.
At, like,
okay,
the
and let's
very,
say I
very
start
beginning of
meds
July.
very shortly. By the
I
time
do have
they
to
kick
say,
in,
I am going on a vacation for 2.5 weeks, and I will not be around. So you guys better fucking prepare. Okay?
yeah, we'll prepare.
or do episodes without me. I was just
figure
going to
it
say,
out.
like,
Bring us
well,
with you.
that's if we do 2 episodes while someone's gone taking care of themselves, I think people will be fine.
I think people will be okay.
Right?
What do you mean?
Like if it's just 2 of us for an episode
yeah,
or
we're
2,
fine.
I think it's
yeah.
fine.
Right? I think so.
But
Guys,
what
we'll
I'm
be
trying to
okay.
say is that like come around July time, or like for when we record in July, so maybe for August for the listeners, there's gonna be some check-ins. How
Oh
life
yeah,
is going.
we should hold each other accountable.
Yes.
I took the day off yesterday, and I went with Jen. I just felt literally one day off.
Yeah.
I don't take days off. I don't know if you
No.
guys have noticed.
Yeah, you literally.
And I
don't.
work, 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I took one day off, and I was like, if I did this every week, I would be Superman.
Yes.
I'd be fucking Superman, dude.
Yes.
I missed. Oh my God, we had such a nice day. We do the crossword
That's so
together.
nice.
You gotta even just start taking the weekends off.
Well, I can't take weekends off because of my schedule.
Because you do the shows,
But so it does.
Yeah.
The nature of my job does make it harder to figure out when my days off are.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason why I was so sad about the special. I was like, I wanted to expand my fan base big enough that I really only had to be out of town twice a week or twice a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it was so like. That's why I was like, ugh. Yeah. Should we do a question?
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
I'm really excited to live somewhere where I actually like want to take days off. You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
Yes.
ooh, if I don't work today, I actually would like have fun. Like me and my
Yeah.
girlfriend could go do something, or there's like things
I'm gonna be
around to do.
I'm gonna be out there so often, Mac. Wait, mark your
I'm gonna
calendar.
see you
I'm
all the time.
going
well,
to
Elena's
LA.
gonna be like literally so
It's
close.
a 2-hour flight.
Ashley,
so-
if
it's so
you
easy.
have a
Is it?
show in LA,
Yeah. It's a
we
2-hour
should
flight
all
from LA to
like
Vancouver.
bump up to Canada afterwards.
This is kind of related to what we've been talking about, and it's not about being gay. Which listener,
Next
your
question.
questions
Yeah, no,
don't all
no.
Next
don't all
question.
have to be about queer stuff. And if you want your question answered, I pull them each week from the private Discord that we have just for our patrons. Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast. We also have
And
bonus
donate.
episodes.
Just donate because this is the right thing to do, you piece of shit.
This
it's
is free.
$5 a month, okay? Like Alayna said, we don't have as many ads. We're just getting started, okay? There's 3 super talented hosts on this podcast doing this independently, all right? We didn't. No one came to us. We had to go around and pitch this, all right? So can you just go and donate, please? You like to say, "Oh, I support queer art," and then some of you pieces of shit will DM me, Ashley, most of your fans are women. Women don't make as much money on the dollar. Then tell me why. Tell me why women
I love that
control
the
the
sunglasses
spending.
are on for this bit.
I'm just gonna fire back at you. Why do women control the spending in most households? You're gonna
giving
try and
Wolf
tell
of
me
Wall
it's the
Street.
economy? It's not the fucking economy. It's that you think you're entitled to this shit. You think you're entitled to the free content because you grew up in a society. You grew up in a society that you just have it around you all the time. No, no, no. If you think that capitalism is unethical, then support an independent creation.
Danny, can we trigger warning that? Dad
Okay.
yelling.
So this person says, any tips on disconnecting
Thank
mentally?
you to this person for being a fucking real one. Thank you to this person for putting their money
Laura.
where their mouth is.
Laura.
Thank you to this.
Thank you, Laura.
Laura, I fucking love you. Okay, you're better than other people, Laura.
Don't say anything sexual.
It's true. That's true. Okay.
We good? You good, Ashley?
All right. Are we? Can
No.
You okay?
Any tips on disconnecting mentally from work when I'm anxious or upset about something going? I know it's relevant, right? When I'm anxious or upset about something going on at my job, I find it really hard to stop thinking about it, even when I'm in my downtime. It affects my energy and my mood, and even when I'm doing activities to relax, like watching TV, it feels less like relaxing. Ashley is slowly leaving the podcast.
I think we all already left.
It feels less like relaxing and more like a temporary distraction from my stress. It makes me less productive in my personal life, which I don't like. The Discord's also welcome to answer in any thread if anyone has any thoughts.
Yes.
I'm going to ask my therapist and then I'll get back to you about
Tips
that.
on disconnecting mentally from work. Tips on disconnecting mentally from anything, because there's my anxiety piece.
Okay, I've got one.
All right, Matt.
This might not help
Your
everybody.
suffering does not define you. Your
No,
own
your
personality
suffering does not define you. Listen, everyone listen.
Wait, this actually this has nothing to do with the question, but your suffering does not define you does sort of sound like you could twist it in like one of those alpha podcasts. Don't be defined by your suffering. Be defined by how you get over it.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, damn it. Didn't even mean it. Shit.
This is very Cole Sprouse. Eh?
Oh,
Does that work? I guessed. I don't know.
Do you guys want the tips or not?
Yes.
We want
tell
the
us.
tips.
Tell us.
This is the only thing I can think of.
We'll
and
take your tip.
you know, a lot of the time it's the only thing that really helps me.
Okay.
Boobs.
Sex
You
is...
no. Not always sex.
Incorrect,
Sometimes
Ashley.
it's just boobs. Sometimes you just need to just lay your
Oh,
head
yeah.
and just feel them. And just lay there and just say to yourself, it's going to be okay.
Can I just say, my tits are massive right now because I'm stressed out from work. My cycle is all over the place and I haven't had my period. So my tits are like double period tits. And
Wow.
Jen is just
That's a
so
superpower.
excited to lay on them. She's such a little boy. Okay.
Okay.
What I was going to say is sex is a great, whether or not it's full sex or just booby laying, sex is a great activity because it actually is one of the few times where you feel really present and you're not thinking about other things. It can be a really nice social activity and also a moment for you to, you know,
Come.
I actually think holding yourself, I know it feels like this is like you have to make broader life changes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to say that to you.
Well, and
Yeah,
I guess
I'm so sorry I don't have better advice.
Make broader life changes. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Can we start with boobs and sex? And then once you're done with those,
Start with boobs and sex.
Can you even just start by like offering yourself a little bit of kindness for how hard this is? Like instead of, because it almost, the way that you've written it, you've even put right in there, it makes me less productive in my personal life, which I don't like. So not only are you feeling stressed out at work and unable to relax, yes, you're then like berating yourself for feeling that way. And like, so can we maybe start with just I'm really tired.
Alayna, you're so talented to have picked up on that. You maybe some inner critic, self-compassion, meditation, or Googling techniques, because I think Alayna's right. When you're so overwhelmed by work and then you're adding on the overwhelm that you're critiquing yourself for being overwhelmed. Yeah.
And you're like
I do
putting
that.
some expectation on yourself that like, not only do you need to have this high level of performance at work, you need to have some level of performance, productivity in your personal life. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Productive. I know what it means. But, you know, in a philosophical way, what does that even mean? Productive in your personal life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're guilty of it. Like Ashley just said. I'm not saying this like I'm, you know, czar
for
of
me, I
self-kindness, but
I invoke other people into it. Not that I make it their problem, but like I set dates. Like I commit to doing things with friends. When I feel myself slipping, I'm like, I have to book 3 fucking friend activities this week to keep me on track. That I'm actually taking time away. When you involve someone else in your commitment, like no matter what it is, whether it's you're raising money for something or you're trying to spend more time with your friends and family, if you create an actual thing that you have to be accountable to, it can be very motivating to do that. Like you're more likely to run a marathon if you're like, hey, I'm running the marathon on this date, or will you come and support me? Then all those people are gonna be fucking there, and you're like, all right, I guess I'm running this fucking marathon.
I gotta do it.
Yeah, no, I do that all the time. It really helps.
Run marathons.
Yeah, no, commit to things publicly.
Yeah, even if that committing to something is like not a productive quote unquote thing. You know, even if committing to something is like, I don't know, not going on your phone for 15 minutes in the morning.
Whatever.
When you say
I
it on the
text
internet,
my friends and I'm like, in my rock climbing group chat, and I'm like, you guys want to rock climb? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like,
exactly.
So that's my
Start a rock
contribution.
climbing group chat.
I just recommend general mindfulness for this person as well.
Which is hard and takes practice.
Yes.
Asking yourself the question, what if you were never productive ever again? What would that mean for you, for who you are? Like, what kind of tie are you making between you and your ability to like do things and be productive and be successful at work? If something happened where you were like unable to ever be productive again, what would that mean? Because the like fear response and I feel like there's an identity piece deep in there that's like driving
definitely
this.
Fear,
That's like not letting you relax. And
that's
like,
probably your mom or your dad. Just
probably
as a
your
hint.
mom or your dad. Okay. Oh,
Does
so
suck.
is this a full episode? Did we do it?
yeah, we did it.
We
We
halfway to
fucking
that question?
did it.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast.
Tell some
Support
friends.
queer
Tell some
art.
friends. Thank you guys so much.
I'm tired of the algorithm bumping it. Now let me tell you something. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Trigger
Let me
warning.
fucking tell you
Trigger warning.
something.
Fit in one episode.
Let me tell you something. On the podcast that shan't be named, and including this podcast, the numbers the same every week. People coming in when they listen, not the YouTube people. When they listen, they are religious. They come in, they listen every fucking week. You pieces of shit on YouTube. You let it come up in your feed. You're not checking. You don't have notifications on. You're not telling your friends.
Until now.
You are just gobbling up whatever the algorithm gods give. I don't have autonomy. I don't make choices about what I watch. I just get radicalized by the algorithm. Well, guess what? Not everyone's like that. Be better.
Dad had a long day at work. Please excuse him.
Dad had a long year at work.
Dad has had a long 3 years at work.
Okay, bye guys. Thanks for
Bye,
listening.
guys. No.
Love you all.
Love
Bye.
you guys. Bye.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever.